One of the reasons why I think people have the hardest time with quitting drinking is because we think that we should be able to drink because everything around us reinforces that belief, everything we've ever done. But the truth is that it's not normal to be able to drink in the ways that society makes it seem like it's okay. Okay, my name's Lauren, and I'm about 2.5 years separated from alcohol. I really don't care if people drink. Don't care at all. It's not my place to say or anybody else's place to say. If somebody has a healthy lifestyle with alcohol, that's awesome. Go ahead and do that and live your life and be happy. But I'm talking about people that maybe had my experience where you live your life and you think like maybe you have issues with controlling your consumption, or maybe you just have like the worst hangovers ever. Maybe you have issues browning out, or you black out. Maybe you get sick. Maybe you're not getting sleep. Whatever it is, your performance is like not at its best. There's so many things. Those people, we really struggle with this idea of not drinking because it seems like so normalized in society to be able to drink. Like it seems like it's so like almost like a rite of passage for us to be able to drink. But if you really think about it, like how bizarre is that? Like seriously, look at everything else, right? So like look at like Coke, let's just say cocaine, right? Coke is something that like people know they should not get into, right? But they get addicted to it. And some people don't really care if they're into it or not. Again, I'm not telling people how to live, but imagine if you went out to dinner and every time you went to dinner, the waiter was like, "Oh, would you like 1 or 2 bumps tonight?" Like, what the fuck? Like what if you were out, you turn like 21 and all of a sudden like everybody rolls up and they just give you like 15 lines of cocaine to do all in one go, like they would 15 shots or whatever for your 21st birthday. Like, no, like I don't even like not even. I'm not hating on people that do coke either. I'm saying like it's just not normal to have those kinds of things. Like, what if you went to like, Christmas and you're hanging out with grandma and your aunts and your uncles and the whole fam is there and everybody's around and like all of a sudden you got people doing bumps, like just doing bumps because that's what's normal. That's what I'm saying is like we have normalized this like idea that alcohol is supposed to be like present. But one of the best things that I ever did for myself was stop drinking. And now that I'm separated from drinking, it's been almost 3 years. Myself and those people around me who stopped drinking too, like we straight up see the truth of what it is. Like not everybody should drink, and it should be normal for that to be the case. Let me take this inside. There's this damn lawnmower. That should be the case with everything though. Like it's not. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. Yes, I'm sitting on the floor. It shouldn't be that big of a deal to not drink. Like the fact that everything is offering alcohol makes us feel like those of us that can't really like hang or don't really know if it's for us, it almost makes us feel like we're like in the wrong, or like we're like not like we should just have beer or just like no shots, or just like drink once a month, or like we're trying so hard to adjust because the truth is it's fun. It feels really fun when you drink. Like trust me, I like don't even think for a second I don't understand why people drink. Like I freaking loved drinking when I did. I would rage, like it was a blast, like when I drank and all that stuff. But what ends up happening is the bad like starts to outweigh the good. You start to have nights where you stay up a little bit too late. You start to have nights where you aren't really talking to the people you want to be talking to. Maybe you said some stupid shit to your boss or your friend. You got into dumb fight. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's not normal to be able to try to continue to have that thing in our life that's making us act a fool. And we feel like I remember I felt like I was supposed to be able to adjust. It's almost like a rite of passage. Like you turn 21 and you're like able to drink. And it's like, here's your shot, kid. Like, here you go. Your parents drank. I guarantee most people watching this, their parents definitely drank or drink. Your friend circle, like you get into like a high school, like 14, 15, I think is when I started drinking. It's like normal to have it around even then. Like you go to house parties, go to kickbacks, people are drinking. So this thought of like not drinking, like just the idea before I stopped was just like so abnormal. Like it was like I didn't even know anybody that stopped drinking. And then when you meet somebody who has stopped drinking, they're like this unicorn. Like I have people all the time. They always like, I would say like twice a night at least, come up to me, usually when they've been drinking, and they're like, yeah, look, I'm thinking about not drinking, and like I don't know, what is it like? I'm worried. I'm kind of trying to cut it back. Like this is a common thing that people struggle with, but it feels like if we're sitting with this like anxiety of maybe I should stop drinking, like we don't really talk about that because it's like embarrassing. All of a sudden everybody's like gonna call you like an alcoholic or something if you feel like you have a problem with drinking. And the truth is, I don't believe that to be the case. That might be controversial. Trust me, I get how alcoholism works. Like most of my family is alcoholics. What I'm saying though is just because you drink too much, drink too often, drink, this and that, to like whatever you're doing, does not make you an alcoholic. You're simply attached to this idea that you should be able to drink just like all your homies, all your peers, all your work people, your partner, all that stuff. When the truth is like, it's actually normal not to drink, and we should normalize that. When you stop drinking, you'll see like your life is going to just like expand. Everything's going to be like amazing. Like you're not going to lose your friends, and if you did lose friends, they weren't your friend in the first place. So bye. You're going to look better. You're just going to look like all around just like better. You're going to feel better. You're going to get more sleep. Here's the thing too, like it's not like this is something you should be going for, but people will admire you for not drinking. People will admire you. And that's the craziest thing, is that like I think more people are just, if they really went to another community, like another culture where alcohol wasn't around all that much, I don't think they would drink as much. I really don't. I think that like if they went to a whole nother country or like a whole nother, I don't know, community, and there wasn't that much alcohol there, it wasn't like that common thing you'd do on a Friday or a Saturday and a Sunday. I think if that were the normal situation, I really don't think that many people would drink as much as they do now here, but it's so damn normal here. Birthdays, Christmas, Hanukkah, graduation, when you turn 21, probably when you turn 15 or 18, house parties, when you're hanging out with your parents going to dinner or whatever, when you're hanging out with family going to dinner, work events, dating. How many times I used to, like every date I used to go on, there would be drinks involved, usually. When you're happy, you drink. When you're sad, you drink. It's like, what the fuck? And there's so much normalcy behind that. And I'm just out here to say, like, now that I've been on both sides, that is not normal. The normal thing is being able to, like, consume stuff that's, like, good for your body and, like, makes you feel good. Not just short term in the moment. I'm talking long term. So, like, again, I know why people drink. Like, I'm not, like, crazy. I know how fun alcohol is. It feels really good. It's that like endorphin rush, like you're flying off because you feel great, and it's like the best feeling ever, and that endorphin rush is real. But that's something that like you get from other things. You can get that from other things. I'm speaking from experience, never thinking I would have been able to stop drinking. I really didn't think I could. Now I get it from hanging out with friends. I get it from working out, from cool things that I'm doing. Just by like sleeping better in general, I'm overall like my threshold of happiness went from like here to like whoop here. Like, so you get those highs. You'll figure out other ways to do it. But let's all just call out this whole thing with alcohol. Like, let's just make it normal to stop drinking. You don't have to be an alcoholic to stop drinking. You might have just like decided that you had poor drinking habits, in which case you made the decision to like stop drinking. Some people just decide that they don't want to smoke pot. It makes them tired. They eat like a fat ass when they smoke pot. It hurts their lungs, and all these things. But like to stop drinking, it's rare. You find people that stop drinking, and it's not because things exploded in their lives. It's things were kind of not great to begin with, and they caught it early on. And they realized, you know what, I'm probably good. I'm probably good without alcohol. So I think that's really important to call out. I hope this like kind of gives somebody a little bit of perspective, a little bit of confidence in, like, if you're wondering, like, stop being so attached to it. Maybe I was super attached to it. I was so attached until I wasn't, until I just like wasn't, and then it just like gone. And I'm saying from both sides, like, being sober is just as good, if not 20,000 times better. So much to look forward to. So I hope this helps somebody at least a little bit with some perspective. And yeah, I'd love to see if anybody else like shares similar thoughts. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.